crew love, where we show our crew love. Intellectual conversations, tell us what you love. Books and fashion, we wanna know what's happening. Books and fashion, now tell us what's happening. Current events, money earned, money spent. Pay attention. Current events, money earned, money spent. Intellectual, ain't.
It's your Roving Reporting, sending love to my crew across the globe. Hey crew love, let's get it started. Let's step into Charlotte's closet. Keep it sexy, cute, and curvy.
Y'all, it is Charlotte's Closet, and this is the Crew Love Cultural Edition, where we are graced with the one and only tastemaker, game changer, CEO of Megamind Media, Miss Tressa Azarel Smallwood. Ooh, I wish I could have like streamers and graffiti and glitter, just throw it all over your way. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Charlotte, for having me. Listen, as you were talking, I was like, is she talking about me? Okay.
Of course. I had more platitudes. It was just too early to give them all. I like to base them out. Like, I like to, I had so many more. I was going to say, like, game changer, movie person of the month for DC, author, dream chaser. Like, I have so many.
I thank you so much, sis. I thank you so much. Listen, you have always been so amazing from the day that I met you. Always really supportive. That's how it's supposed to be between sisters. And we need to clone. We need to take you and clone you.
And same. I appreciate that. Now I'm cloudy with a chance of showers. Now I'm just like okay, but I feel like we need more of that because we have to lift each other up. Like we can't.
Yeah.
That's the only way to move forward when you're lifting people up and, and knowing like you can bring out the best in someone. And I've seen you do that. And I've seen you like transcend so many things. So I'm just like, I'm just looking when I see you, I'm like, Miss Tressa over here just changing taking up space, making sure that they hear and see us in all our ponytails and black girl magic, dressing no salad. I be in the background like, go Tressa. And I'm just glad that we was able to do this. And I wanted to quote you to you. So one of the quotes that you said that really just ministered to my spirit, you said, I transform dreamers into writers, producers, and serial entrepreneurs. That right there was like the transformer. That is just like game changing for me. So not only did you do that for yourself, what compelled you to help others follow their dreams also?
Yeah, I think so. Number one, helping others, educating others. That's always been me and my background. It's a part of my character. It's how I was raised. I come from a family full of teachers. And even though I always wanted to be an entrepreneur from the very beginning, I remember my grandmother saying, no, you're going to go to school. You're going to get this master's in education and you're going to teach. And I'm like, I'm not going to teach. But it's in my blood to teach. So before I started writing books, before I started producing movies, I was a teacher. And I absolutely love it because my heart is to teach, to motivate, to give. I like seeing other people win. It's no fun if you're the only winner.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just naturally in me. And so that's why, you see that quote on my site, because I do teach other people to kind of duplicate my success and help them figure out their way.
See, that's why you are so successful, because you're not sitting there like a miser, just holding everything. I think that information should be shared. And the more you give, the more you get back. And now and you just like answered my second question, because I was thinking like, wow, she was a teacher. I think those are the most unsung heroes across America. Patience, like how was that transition going from like teaching to like this whole media mogul that you are right now?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think I thank God too, because it was a pace for me. It wasn't like he threw me into it all. When I first stopped teaching, it was because I went on bed rest with my daughter Bailey. That was in 2001. And I thought that I was gonna, stay on bed rest for 6 months, have my daughter, and go back to teaching. Well, I wrote my first book while I was on bed rest. And I published it before going back to work. I was on maternity leave. And so because of the success of that book, I mean, you know how it was back then, Charlotte.
I remember.
Yeah. Book business was booming. So
it really was.
Yeah, it really was. And so I never went back to work. And although I knew that I still had the love for teaching, the business part kind of superseded that for a minute. And I started growing my book publishing company, Life Changing Books. So, you know, I was in that world of being a book publisher up until like maybe 2014 is when I finally said, I'm going to start turning these books into movies. And so I need to take the same time and initiative that I took when I learned to be a book publisher. And I've got to really put this time into doing movies. Otherwise, I won't do successful movies. Because I was watching, you know, a few other publishers put out movies and they were just putting them out really quickly. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. I need to study the game a little bit more and make sure that when I do it, I can do it successfully. So it took me 2 years, actually, from 2014 to 2016. I studied the game.
What was your first, your first movie, book to film?
Oh my goodness, Secret. So the book Secrets of a Housewife. That was my first. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Can you see me, Charlotte?
Look at you. Come on, Swoop.
Wait a minute. Let me see. My camera went down on me. That's okay. We ain't gonna let nothing stop us.
That's a good placeholder, ma'am. You giving all the swoops. You giving all the CEOs. Because I know we are having difficulty too. Like, what's happening? You know, this technology. You know, back in the day, we would have been drinking. We would have had a little wine. We would have had a nice chat. But you know, we got to do what we could do in these times. Like, we're gonna get on this Zoom and we're gonna make it do what it do.
Yeah, so look, here's my secret poster here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to navigate my camera over there a little bit. You see it?
So we came to the premiere. I remember we came to the premiere in Harlem, and it was awesome. Like, it was really, really good. So that was the first. And you know, honestly, Trust, I thought that was probably like the 10th. Like when we came to the premiere, the way it was handled, like, because I'm going to tell you, like, you know, your staff is like awesome. I think somebody was like in our seats or something like that. And baby, when your staff slid in with the nice firm, like, nah, they guessed the Tressa's like, and I was like, let us slide in then, Kawan. Like, because we was like, no, she's like, no. And I was like, oh, it was awesome. So that is awesome. And that was written by Jay Trimble, right?
Yeah, Jay Trimble. And you know, a lot of people always ask, why did I choose Secrets of a Housewife to adapt into Secrets first? A couple of things. Number one, Jay's character is just remarkable. He was always a grinder from day one. One of those authors that just wanted to work, never wanted to start problems, never wanted, like, just very chill. And so although I have a lot of authors who are really great on my label, I just was like, I really wanted to give him the first shot. And I do. And I love that he trusted me, because honestly, I didn't know whether it was going to be a success or not.
But you know? I think when you invest in people, like, see, that was like an investment in people. You invest with people that ride with you. And once you do one thing, the universe just steps out and just does the rest. And I think that because he was so loyal, you want to reward. I feel like that. Like, you want to reward your people. I think that too many people get caught up with like money and no, it's really about what you can give. I'm always about like what you can give, even if it's a smile or a post like or a high five or you look nice today. So I think that's awesome. And I think that, again, I really did think that was like the 10th movie. I really I didn't think that was the first one. So I gotta say, like, okay, that's like, it was so well done. Because, you know, me and Kawan, we pick apart movies. Like, we talk about, we like to look at the clothes. Like, you know me, I'm into clothes. So I'm always like, I ain't like her clothes. I ain't like her. But everything was like so spot on. And it was just so impressive. So
that's so dope. Thank you.
What I'm talking about, like, you know. And I know that you are, I want to say it correctly, so I got to look at my notes. You are a content catalog owner. Is that right? So to those who don't know what that means, expound, please, because that sounds
So I'm going to start at the top and then work my way down to kind of explain it. So when you think about Tyler Perry, the reason why he is this big dog and who he is today is because he went against what Hollywood typically does, where somebody else puts up the money for you and your dreams are pretty much in the hands of someone else. So we pretty much as a content catalog owner, what that means is I own my own content. I own my own catalog.
Right.
And so you got to spend some money. You got to take some risks to be able to do that. It's not always easy. It's not always fair. It's not always comfortable. But at the end of the day, if you want to be able to, own your own stuff where you call the shots, you've got to be able to go all the way. And that's pretty much what I've done. To date, I have 9 movies in my catalog that I actually own. I've produced other movies.
Yes. Come on.
Yeah, I've produced other movies as well. Like I've produced a series for BET, 3 different series, but I don't own those. The series produced for them.
Production, right.
Yeah, but all of the movies, I own those. But I always tell people, like, it comes with sacrifice,
much is given, much is required. Yeah. I'm sure it's some sleepless nights, but know like that freedom. I know I know that there's nothing like that freedom. When you look and you see, I did that. You look at them posters. I know that you can take in, you can just sigh and say, "Wow,
yeah,
my dreams are reality," and bringing other people along, because that's the dues. Like that's you pay for it. Like that's and as long as you continue to do that, I think that like I know I feel like we've been around the book game for a long time, African American literary industry, and I feel like we knew Hollywood would come calling one day, and not soon or whatever. But I feel like you were one of the people that were prepared when they came calling, and that you lit the match that lit the flame to blaze this trail from books to film. Like, how does that feel? Like you a whole trailblazer out here. You out here, you an icon. You just moving the needle forward. Like, how does that feel?
Oh, some days, I'll be honest, you're doing so much, it's hard to think about it. I think there are moments where if I get on a stage or I'm at a premiere, it might dawn on me like, oh, wow. But other than that, you're so, I'm in the trenches every day and doing the work. My days start very, very early and they end extremely late. So I don't really have a lot of time to focus on me and to say, oh, I'm doing these great things. And, it just, it doesn't really register until I'm kind of like in a position where I'm in the moment and I'm like, oh, wow.
Right. Like I really did that. I'm trying to get my camera together too, because this is a mess, but
yeah. What is yours doing? Because mine is acting
it's making me look like I got the glow, like I'm very robotic out here. And I'm like, why do I look like that? Like, what is going on? I feel like I'm in the camera. Okay, maybe that's a better way. But
nothing's gonna stop us, even if we get
we're gonna get this robotic grow. We're gonna look, even if I got to stand up and move from where I am, and see if that's gonna give me a better life. But
we're gonna make it work. Guess what? We are on here talking.
Honestly, so for October, I know it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I know that you have this big project coming up, and I really want everyone to really like tap into that. So tell me about this October project that you have up, because I know about it, but I want you to give us your media moguls.
Absolutely. So I'm doing this series called The Waiting Room, and it's based on women who have breast cancer and going into the waiting room right before being diagnosed or coming back for treatment. But the entire series is designed for us to bring awareness to breast cancer. We love to feature shorts that speak to preventative medicine and opportunities and testing, encouraging people to get mammograms. And so, we're in season 3 right now. And so every season there is a set of directors, we typically go with celebrity cast, celebrity directors. And we go that route because we feel like, okay, we live in a society now where everybody's like, oh, that's such and such. That's,
who's gonna say it? Exactly. Yeah. And we need them to be the vessel for the message, And no matter how you get it out, we have to get it out. So I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, and we're going to be releasing the trailer this week. So I would love for everybody to make sure you go follow my movie page, which is...
What is that page?
Yeah, it's Megamind, one word, Mega, MEGAMIND, and then _ media. We're going to be releasing the trailer for the one that's coming out on October 9th. Okay. We'll release that on there this week. But we're excited because we have two amazing directors, Yvette Nicole Brown and Taronda Jones.
I'm familiar. I'm familiar, so that's awesome.
And some of our leading ladies, we have Eva Marcel, Michelle Mitchner.
He's burning up right now. Oh my God! I just finished the Queen's Men. Oh God!
Wasn't that great?
Yeah, and her act, it was like effortless. Like I was just like enthralled. And Kawan was like, "Oh, I thought this was gonna be some Magic Mike." I turned around, he right in it too. So
it's good.
So you have Eva Marcel.
Yeah, we have some of the housewives of Potomac in it. Giselle Bryant, Candace Dilliard. And then, we turn right around on October 23rd, and I have a project coming out with Carrie Hilson and Raheem Devon. We release some movies the rest of 2020 to 2021.
As it should be. Take up more space. I need you to set 21, 22, all the 20s, set them on fire and let them know that you are here, because there are people that's coming after you. And this is something I say all the time. You're never too old to learn, and you're never too young to teach, because you just definitely learn and watch and see. And I just want to go back to the waiting room. I think that is so needed, because I feel like there's a disparity in healthcare for African Americans.
Absolutely.
It's not talked about. And again, the preventative care is really what's needed, And we do so many things like the skit. So for me, it's always, every time I hear like an issue, it's somebody skipping a mammogram. Like even myself, like I had a scare, and I had to go every 6 months. But just 1 year, I skipped the mammogram. Now I'm in surgery, and again, you're on pins and needles because you are in the waiting room. And I know that feeling all too well, because to them, we just numbers coming in. Like there's no sensitivity, there's no empathy. It's just like, this is what we're going to do. So I'm glad that you guys are able to like really amplify our voice and give us what we need, even when sometimes we don't know we need it. And we got to dress it up, we got to dress it up, but they have to receive it. And I definitely feel like you a light worker.
Oh, thank you, darling.
When people are here to push the needle forward and leave places better than when they entered it, like you left, not even saying that you even left, you're expanding the African American literary game to new heights, so much better than when you first came into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that in itself is just something to be like in awe of. Like, I feel like women, we definitely, this is our time. Like, I think that
absolutely
we've told the line long enough. Like I've been in the shadow, so I know like we have to speak up. We have to take more space. We have to love our sisters and say, hey girl, you cute today. You don't have to be mad. Like you don't have to be mad. You can definitely, and you can sit across from someone in the waiting room. And I have done it, like locked eyes in like the doctor's office or something, and you guys are both feeling like some type of anxiety of what you're going on, and sometimes you get that, you can catch that kinship, like, what Maxwell says, you got a little life in you yet, and we got, girl, we start hitting that fourth letter, I just stop and I always break down, but that is definitely, just awesome. Like I'm just like good. October, like I'm gonna be all over the waiting room. I'm gonna be sharing. I'm gonna definitely be on my thing. You are Miss October now, because you are October cover. So I'm gonna dub you like Miss October, and we got the waiting room on the back. We got you on the front, and we just coming. But I have a question for me and kind of like my closet crew.
Okay.
Your clothes, your style. You always give what needs to be gave all the time. Like it's all like the assignment is always understood. I can honestly say when I look, she better give them all that she got. Come on through, Tressa Azarel Smallwood, Anita Baker, because you give the best. And I'm like, where's your style inspiration and your glam squad? Tell me a little about your style inspiration and your glam squad.
So listen, I'm not even getting ready to try to take credit for any of that, because here is the funny thing. I'm a comfort girl. So I like to look cute. I like the end result, But my average day, I'm over here trying to be in sweats. When it's time to run out, I want to just throw something on. But my sister is my stylist, and she loves fly gear. So every day, we live 3 doors down from each other. Okay,
love
so that's a
that.
problem already.
Come on, community. That's what I'm talking about. A block. That's what I'm talking about. Just all y'all down the whole, make a whole village.
Yeah, and because she's a stylist, there's always clothes. So she literally will show up at my house every week with a bunch of clothes, and she's like, "This is what you need to pick from this week." And I'm like, "Huh?" Because I was gonna wear this right here.
No.
And so whenever we get ready to go somewhere, typically how it goes, I'm dressed. She walks in and she's like, "Oh, you need to change your clothes." And I'm like, "Huh?" and then I change my clothes. And she just, she does what she does. And obviously because we're in the movie business, we have to have our glam squad for our movies. And so typically these wonderful people are always around. They love glam. They know that I don't necessarily love it. But I like the end result.
Listen, the end result is a killer. And I know your sister's work. I have several of her things upstairs because I do shop at the Hush Boutique way back. And I know when and I can even recognize some of her signature styling, like from the movies. And when I watch Sisters, I know when Andy is coming through when she got that drip. I feel like in my mind I'm saying it's the Tressa drip. Like I know it's your sister, but I see more of you, so I'm like, yeah, she put that stamp on it. I'm like, digger that Hush Boutique stamp. Like I always see.
Yeah, she loves it.
She's so fantastic at it. And then you carry it off. Even though you love your comfort, because listen, for me, I always my secret. I buy my sweatpants sometimes 2 sizes too big, so I could just sit there and feel like, oh, they so big on me. Like I feel like, oh, look at. They swallowing me, but I love a comfort. Like I love a comfort, but I do sometimes. I am a big fan of like head to toe overness too. Like we just did Fashion Week this week, and I just came back from Soho. That's why so that's why I'm all like black lips up or whatever. We just finished. We just wrapped up Fashion Week, and
that's so awesome.
It was so good. It was just so good. Like.
Oh, that's dope, Charlotte. I'm so proud of you. I feel like everybody should do what they love, right? It's one thing to have the thing that you do that provides the stability and the income. And then there's that thing that we love. Hopefully for most people, you can get to a point in life where the thing that you love provides the stability and the income, and you can do that one thing. There have been so many times in my life where I was like, okay, right now I got to keep doing this. Right. But I love this. And then eventually it comes together. But we gotta be happy and go after what we actually love.
Well, thank you for saying that. Like that means so much. Again, like I didn't even know this dream was still there until it kind of woke up, and I feel like, you know what? And I feel compelled. Like, for me, I'm always advocating for like plus size women and for blacks, because I feel like we're marginalized and we're like in the background, and there needs to be more. Like, I feel like they think if you're a certain age, you can't be sexy. If you're a certain size, you can't be sexy, or you shouldn't have a confidence, or you shouldn't feel in a way. So, for me now, it's just like, I call myself the roving reporter. I just go from place to place, talking to my culturally aware creatives, talking to all my people, and just trying to bring a level of realness back, and just like taking up space and, making us be, I'm sorry, I'm moving around too, because I'm like, we need to be together. Like, okay, logo, I guess we'll see the logo. Like, okay, logo, that's it. We'll see, okay, logo.
That's all right.
Yeah, let me see, maybe if that gave us a little more love. But I definitely feel like, I'm compelled to just talk for our people and figure out. This is even worse. I'm so sorry, Tress.
That's all right. No, you're fine.
I'm trying to get my life, like, what's happening? Like, what's the view? We always with this COVID life, but I really wanted to make sure, like, we had this good, our visuals, and why am I cracking?
It'll be fine. You know what? I will tell you, Charlotte, this day and age, because everybody is in Zoom hell, people will understand. If they see anything, they can hear us, and whatever, it will be
and they gotta
fine.
Just take what you can take, right? Like, take what you can take with with the Zoom hell, but I don't even want to hold you. I want to know just whatever is next for you. Let me know. I know it's the waiting room, but give me everything that you're working on right now, and that what we should be following, what we should be doing. And I know you have a course too, and I know you do a lot of charity work. So whatever you want us to know, what we should be getting on the bus about, because we want to get on the Media Mogul transformative bus, because we need transformation right now. That's what's needed.
So I'll say two things I want to share before we close. Number one, for the remainder of the year, I have 3 other projects that will be coming out. The hotline is coming out in October. The Dear Best Friend will be coming out at the end of November. And Dear Best Friend is a thriller. And then I have a Christmas movie that is coming out in December. And so Dear Best Friend has some phenomenal cast. But listen, thrillers are my thing. Just so you know, thrillers are my thing. And then with our Christmas movie, we have Bill Bellamy, Vanessa Williams, Brandy Evans, just a lot of great talent. And then, we're shooting all of the remainder of 2021 as well. What I love about the shooting schedule that's coming up is that a lot of the people that I have been mentoring over the last couple of years, people get into my mentorship program. They want to learn how to write scripts. They want to learn how to produce movies on their own. People come in for different reasons. Some people already have scripts. They want to learn the business. But there's always like 10% of the people that come in that are real and want to go all the way. A lot of those people that have been coming in and nurturing their projects, they are actually shooting in 2021 and 2020. That's what I'm so excited about. So, you can always get on my email list, which is at TressaAzarel.com. If you go to TressaAzarel.com, you can just put your email in, and then we'll send you notices when I do free classes to teach, to tell you how you can be a part of these programs. You can also just follow me on Instagram at CEO Azarel. Again, that's CEO Azarel. Azarel is Azarel. But for me, I am just excited again about seeing other people win. So I'm excited about seeing Charlotte do her thing. Kwan, I mean, we got to talk because we got to get his movies done. We talked about it before, but we got to make it happen.
This is the year of the dude. This is the year. I think that COVID woke us up, a lot of us up, like a lot of sleeping creatives that were up, and it let you know, like, you can still be sparked. There is something to live for, because I think that when we thought all was lost, we had to find something. We had to reach deeper within ourselves to find something to keep us going. And for me, it's this, it's the family, it's this. And it's seeing people like you that lets me know that I can do it. Like it can be done. It lets you know that there's more space and that there is space for us. We just got to carve that space out and do everything that we need to do.
And execute. That's the key. That's the key, y'all. Anybody that's listening to this.
The plan part is cool, but it's the execution, I think, that really screws us over. 100% correct as far as the execution. But again, CEO, Media Mogul in the theater. I feel so honored on this Sunday. Like, yes, I feel like I'm talking to the next Ava DuVernay, the first Tressa, because that's what I see. Like when I see you understand the assignment, and it's not so much as the next Ava, but the first Tressa that's showing us what we need to do, so it can be more first and it can be more. And you are opening the doors wide. And I just want to, on behalf of Intellectual Ink magazine and all my culturally aware creatives and my closet crew, I want to salute you and give you your flowers now. If I was in front of you, it would be the long Miss America pageant roses. I would pass it to you, and I would say to you, thank you for all you do to make sure you pushing us forward and taking up that space. You are beautiful inside and out, ma'am. I appreciate
Thank you, darling.
And I can't wait to share the cover with you, because you popping on that cover.
I'm ready to share whenever we sharing. Just let me know.
Yes, I cannot wait. It's gonna be on the cover. We're gonna give them. We giving them heaven all the rest of the 20s. And again, and I thank you so much. You are my sister, and I'm so proud to know you. I am so proud to know you.
Thank you, darling. I love you right back, and I appreciate you so much. Okay.
All right, go back to media moguling. I done jumped on your media mogul. Go media mogul, Miss CEO.
All right,
Take
darling.
care.
Take care.
Thank you.
All right, darling. Bye bye.
Bye bye.